Go live, young lady, go live. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to GQUAT Traditions, the Garden Quilt and Art Show. Sissy Joanne Stevens, thank you for coming bright and early. You too, Maria Graham, Juanita Campbell. She's saying hello, pink hand waving. Oh, I know what happened. You guys can't see me. Duh. Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, sir, ma'am? Very well, I thank you. Took the camera off because I was rushing around here, getting ready at the last minute. I didn't want to accidentally go live, and things were not decent and in order. Unbiased LLC says, hello, Queen and chat. How are you doing? I had so many things. I think I left you a message for some of them. Mona did who, what, where, when, and what with her busy self. I see you working on all your little Christmas projects, Mona, and not on your cutie breeze. I plan to get on it. It's just so many things in progress that need to be finished, right? Oh my goodness. Those of you who have quilt, have you seen that new hummingbird table quilting attachment that you can use for any type of domestic sewing machine? Mike. Let me first thank all of the moderators, those of you in the bushes, the friends and family club members, mi hermana, Yankee sister, girlfriend, your birthday gift is over there. Well, guess what? You're going to have to pick it up. Folks can't afford to be shipping stuff all over the country. They're going to save money to buy their food. Yeah, no? Plus, I have some other things for you. And Lorraine T is supposed to be in town this weekend. You guys will be picking up collards on Saturday morning. Picked Saturday morning. I won't pick it, but there's a farm nearby. Oh, Mona hasn't seen it. Google it or even go on Amazon. It's something like, and it's by Grace, the Grace Company, who makes the Cutie Breeze and a bunch of other stuff. I think that people who just bought the mini quilter might have gotten this one and said it seems to be more flexible. Okay, who didn't I thank? Well, I want to thank each and every one of you. Those of you who are here for the replay, thank you. I am just at the end of, I don't want to say the end of my rope. I have been just discombobulated lately. I haven't really felt the best. I've been doing a lot of physical therapy. Then Sunday, I had this bright idea to walk from this parking lot that's really far away from my mother's room at the rehab. Maria Graham, I'm gonna choke you. No, I'm not. I didn't say that, Lord. And Maria Graham likes that hair today. You saw at the last minute. I didn't even have the camera on. I didn't want you to see what I look like. Ambaya says, "Happy early birthday, Queen Nana." Oh, that is so cute. I love that. I love that title. We call my mom the Queen Mom. I will call myself Queen Nana. I will have to tell my family that one. And thank you. Thanks everybody. Thank you. Is everybody where they think to be? Oh, Yankee sister, I know yours is December 23rd. You'll get your Christmas and moderator and everything present at the same time. Pick up only. Oh, I won't ship anything, Yankee sister. Can't. Can't. I will tell you what I will do. And thank you for the hair compliment, Maria Graham. I'm not like unbiased. I don't know how to do all the tricky things with my hair. It just is what it is. I just moisturized it and sprayed it and mushed it with my hands so that I could come here. Has any of you got affected by weather this time of year, Mike? Oh, because of the shorter days? I don't know what it is. I think part of it is pain dealing with this neuropathy. Your gift is me, Yankee sister. That is so sweet to say. Uh-oh. I don't want to do that. Hold on, you guys. I don't know what happened. There we are. PIA, thank you. And thank you. One of the things I'm dealing with is I have yet another aide, another helper. The last one didn't work out, not because of me, but she's not with the agency anymore. So I have yet another one. Trying to see if my clothes aren't even fixed. Something inside out feels funny. And I'm training her, trying to navigate getting to all my appointments, getting transportation to get there, and just getting on with life. I will tell you something funny. I was sitting out front of the building because I had one show up one time, and I booked them through an agency. I'm putting that back on. And I sit out front. They are not coming in the building, will not pass go hunting, will not collect $200. If they can't pass the walk in test, when I see them coming up from the parking lot or the street, no, 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 ma'am. I've had, I had one of them show up. I just, the way she looked, she was not someone I would like to be seen with in public, and that's all I'll say. She's entitled to live her life and do what she does, but just with somebody else. So anyway, this lady was coming up the sidewalk, and she did what I did. She didn't come up the little steps in front. Mind you, I told her I would be sitting out front to wait, and she went around where there's like a slight ramp. You don't have to walk. I'm just sitting on the bench. Good morning. She's looking down at her phone, distracted, rushing up the street. And it was already like 2 or 3 minutes later than she should have been reporting to work to get to where she had to be on time. And she just kept walking by me. And when she got a little further past, I said, "Good morning. Are you?" And I said her name. "Yes, yes. Are you?" She said, "Are you Ellen?" I said, "I am Miss Pankey, yes. Yes." But I say that to say this. I know she didn't know my age. When I did tell her, because she could have been my daughter, she said, "Oh, you don't look your age." So I take that as a compliment, and we'll keep it moving. My closet was falling down. How many of you have ever had a closet anywhere in your life fall down? Your clothes on the floor, all the stuff. I have had that so many times. So many times. I've been dealing with this over the past week all by myself, except a couple of years ago, I paid a contractor to get a very expensive. Hi, Hershey. I'm over here, sweetie. I'm over here. He hears me talking, but he can't find me. He's blind, but sometimes he can smell better than other times. Or he hears me talking to someone. He's trying to find out who I'm talking to so he can go bark at them. He had fun barking at the new person until they exchanged. Come on. You know I can't reach way over there. Yes, he has on his sweater. I keep my apartamiente cool. He doesn't like being cold. And I keep this sweater on him in the house, and I put another his service dog red jacket on when we go outside. But he hears me talking, and back to the closet, the metal, I had a metal pipe put in. It's divided with a support in the middle. However, the shelf that goes above it is very, I want to say 7, 8 feet wide. And the things on top of it, I have some quilts and some some folded quilts, smaller ones, some handbags, and a couple of other things up there. So the top shelf is was dented down so much that, have you ever seen the top wooden part buckle? Except it's not wood, it's particle board. How do I know it's particle board? Because it was sagging so much. I had the bright idea, all by myself, and I had taken everything off the top shelf because I was looking for a certain handbag, and it was up there. So I took all the containers holding that down, and I said, well, since there are only one or two things up there, why don't I flip the shelf? I do that sometimes with my bookcases. See the one up there, how it's curved a little bit? About every 6 months or so, I have someone help me take all the books off, turn the shelf upside down so that it starts warping in the other direction. Well, today I decided, or not today, one day this week, to turn that top shelf in my closet over, but by myself, and I couldn't do it with my arm. It's not that wide, but it's kind of long. All I could do was flip it so that the rough, unpainted edge was looking at me. That thing was about to drive me crazy. I'm OCD-ish. I was telling my mother, and my mother said, well, nobody's going to see inside your closet. I can see inside the closet when the door's open. That would aggravate me. And I saw the maintenance man. I asked him for a little jar of touch-up paint because a lot of things would need to be touched up if I ever move out, because you're not supposed to put holes in the wall. There are holes in the wall everywhere. All these paintings, all of this art hanging everywhere, posters, quilts, hangers, all kinds of things. They could just keep my little stinking deposit when I'm gone. When I'm gone, I'll be dead anyway. I plan on staying here. This is my nursing home, my everything. All they have to do is send my nurse in, and I'll be good. I'll be good. Anyway, I got the shelf turned over. No white paint. What would a reasonable, what is it? Ordinary, reasonable person do? An ORP, they call that in the legal profession. An ordinary, reasonable person, when you're judging things by the law, it's like, what would a normal person do? I know what a normal artist would do. She would go and get some of her acrylic paint because oil paint is too expensive. And PIA, what I did was mix up some paint, get a sponge brush, and just dab the front of that shelf so that it's all white when I look in there, and put the stuff back. And that's exactly what I did. Let me look in the chat and see what you guys are doing. I will wait a couple, maybe 2 more minutes, and get to the task in hand. Time to do some work in progress. But I will see if I can find you. Garden Quilt and Art Show. I've been watching everyone's channel. So here I am tonight. Tonight is the 6th. Close that. Unbiased is saying, don't forget to hit the like button. PIA, drive safely. What I'm trying to decide, because I will be doing a small giveaway next Thursday, And I had one person make a donation, a small donation, to where I could do a couple of $5 cash apps, or I could use the $5 to mail some small handmade gifts. I'm still making small handmade gifts. To me, anything handmade is better. I know Mona Did What is making things, small things for sale. That's what we all should be doing. We all should be doing something. You will, Maria. You're back on the road listening. Okay, let us go over to the sewing machine. You see how much brighter it is? I have the winter lighting system up. I still didn't drop my seeds in my hydroponic yet. I have an arrow garden up. I was watching another channel last night in the bed, in the bushes, and one lady was saying in that chat, "Pardon me, but can somebody tell me, please, what is an arrow garden?" And they were explaining it. One that I have with water in it, already filled. I didn't put the fertilizer in there yet. You don't need fertilizer, you guys, when you first drop seeds in hydroponics. You do need fertilizer once they get that second set of leaves. But me, I'm going to be lazy and I'm going to drop the fertilizer in now. And the little arrow garden that I have up there has 6 holes. I think I will put dwarf tomatoes in the 4 corners. I can always thin it out and take them and put them in something else, and some lettuce in the inner ones. Then I have another lay garden or something that has 3 chambers. Who knows? Maybe I'll put tomatoes on both ends. One can never have enough, organic tomatoes, and who knows what will be in the grocery stores. I went in the grocery store one day this week. Nobody was in there except me. I could turn my cart around without crashing into people, without crashing into shelves. If, oh, Kelly, I bring it every day, is saying hello. Thank you for coming. Kelly, I need to talk to you. I finally, finally finished all the rows for my twisted headband. I know PIA knows also. And I want you to go on some type of Zoom or something and tell me how to fold this in half and put it on top of each other and twist it. I'm not sure I know how to do it. That's the only thing I need to do. And it's finished. But guess what? It's not big enough for my big head. I have a rather large receptacle for holding my brains, and I don't think this would be uncomfortable on me. You see, I need another inch. This will be a gift for someone. So PIA, call me and let your auntie know what to do. You can talk me through it, or I could read the directions, put my glasses on, but it's on my phone. Let us get over to the sewing machine because I'm going to work on a project that may or may not have, may or may not have allegedly been started 3 years ago. Next Thursday, the celebration will be the lucky sevens. Sevens are supposed to be lucky numbers. I will be 77. I will be the same number going and coming. I can't even change the numbers around to pretend I'm younger, Yankee sister, in case I see one of them purty young things next time I go to meet one of my friends for lunch. Okay. I will put something on while I turn this computer around. I don't want you guys to get nauseous. Hold on 1 minute and I'll put my commercial on. Here I am. Dun, 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 dun. Now, what we will be doing is there's plenty of light. This will be even more light. Well, after the live stream today, I will be putting labels on these for mug rugs. You guys, I saw something ingenious last night with Unbiased LLC, and she was using one of these for a mouse pad. It didn't have all this roughage stuff on it, but I thought that was ingenious. I'm trying to decide, those of you who are in here and may or may not allegedly be here for next Thursday, my 77th birth anniversary. It'll be my birthday. I'll be 77, as I said, and it'll be my third year of when I started on YouTube. My third year. Oh, and this is the fourth one. This is going out to Psalm 146 because she likes sunflowers, and she won this a couple of weeks ago. These two will be going. I like this one. It has friend on the back, to someone who gifted me some fabric, and it was African print. It was an animal print, not this one, but I'm making one for him and his spouse. That will be this one. And it was a neighbor's birthday yesterday, and this one will be going out. Isn't it cute? I just need to put labels on those. So I will do that after the live stream today. I'm being very intentional about my use of adverbs. Yes, I am. The way I talk. What I will be doing tonight is sewing squares together for a XL, an extra large hobo bag. That's another third year thing. 2 years ago, I finished a large hobo bag live. I can put it in the remarks. It was a very nice hobo bag, and that one was gifted to my daughter for Christmas. The next year, I made one. That one was lucky for me. That's why I have these extra blocks for my granddaughter. But she wanted a smaller hobo bag that she takes every day to work with her, because the other bag that I made her, she had been using every single day for 2 years because her Nana made it. And I'm so OCD-ish. I have written down how many blocks I have. Isn't that funny? I was going to count them after I did some twosies, but it says that there are 26 6-inch blocks. How OCD-ish is that? What I will do now is sew them together with 1/4-inch seams, and the only thing I need to do is not put the same two colors of denim together. This will be upcycling denim and making sure that I have right sides together. Some denim, it's hard to see which is the right side. And Unbiased LLC, I know it's going to turn green because these were not pre-cut. Auntie Nana, the Queen Nana, did this her own self and cut all these 6 inches by 6 inches. I've burned up a lot of rotary cutters. How will I make sure this is a perfect 1/4 inch? Because there's a marking on this particular presser foot. The outer side is 1/3 of an inch. But when I put this underneath the needle and I look to see where a 1/4 inch is, it's on the inside line of this particular presser foot, right in, oh, you can't, maybe I could get you closer. I'm monkeying around with stuff. I have some other cameras I need to start trying to figure out how to use. But it's kind of difficult when you're 77 years old and you are trying to do so many things at one time by yourself. I was just trying to make it so that you could see me a little bit, but mostly see my hands. And I will get my phone. Do any of you have any? Erica Taylor, thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of you who are in the chat, I have a question for you. Just put in the chat and there'll be three choices. I will give out, I have been gifted $20 for the giveaway next week for my birth anniversary. Would you like $5 cash apps, or would you like two cash apps and I spend two $5 gifts on mailing some small handmade thing like these mug rugs, or would you rather have four handmade things? Mind you, the handmade things are worth a lot more than $5. You wouldn't be buying them anywhere on eBay or anything else for less than $20 plus shipping. I would prefer to have something handmade. But what's quick and faster would be the hey Mona did what again? And Mike. Mike's in the ads, letting them run. Yes, I might get enough money to mail another birth anniversary gift. I saw you with those animated squirrels. So put a 1 in the chat if it were you. Would you like to receive a $5 cash app? Or would you like to receive number 2, a handmade gift that I use the $5 to mail to you? Which would you prefer, number 1 or number 2? Put a 1 or 2 in the chat, you guys. Ooh, I'm going to the bot. Wait. I missed a lot of people. Bouger Prepper, thank you for coming and welcome. Bouger, I need something from you. I need you to send me a sample of the red that you like, because you are in the friends and family club as well, and I need to send you something. But I know that some of the reds I have, you're particular about your reds, and I want to give you the red you like. Look, Bouger, my locks are getting like yours. You started just ahead of me, and I liked yours. My hair is thick. I couldn't grow thin locks if I tried to. And so my sobrina, please send me like a yard, if you can, of all cotton, because I have other stuff waiting, or just a sample. Purple Patch Queen, unbiased, LLC. Too much outfits. You guys are funny. Mona did what? Oh, how cute. Just get a robe and a sweatsuit and rest. You know what? I want to tell you something. My new aide is dressed so snappy. I sent a photograph to Unbiased LLC, and I asked her if I could photograph her clothing. She had on an outfit. The pants, the front were all jeans, and the back was a sweatsuit. Okay. And her buckle was one of my favorites. I love dragonflies and butterflies. Dragonflies the most. And her buckle was a dragonfly. Her jacket was a combination of a sweater and a pinstripe shirt. The pinstripe that I like the best, which is dark blue and white, like the polo dress shirts. Hershey, stop. And I looked, she doesn't sew yet. She will be. Trust me, she will be. And because if they're helping me, I show them what I'm doing. If I'm cooking, I show them my recipes. That's probably my neighbor. She told me she cooked a big pot of greens today, and I think some potatoes, and she dropped them off. I dropped them off for her as well. You stopped at a gas station to speak to a couple of people. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. So I'm going down to make sure that I see everybody. Just a moment, and I will put my pedal to the metal. 77. Yes, I bring it every day. When you got Happy Hobo Day. Yes. Yes, this hobo bag I hope to keep for myself in all the years. Yes, Unbiased LLC. It's in the middle. It's in the middle, darling. And Erica Taylor says my handmade stuff. I think so too. Anything that I give. Okay, you guys, everybody says two, two, two. You guys touch my heart because that's why I really do this so that you could have Auntie Queen Nana's stuff. And it will be signed, or will have my autograph on it. And one day it might even be worth something. My Donzel Cooper. Sorry I didn't see you when you came in. I'm just getting down to the bottom. They are pretty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So with my grandmother, it just reminded me of something that my grandmother used to say. Oh yeah, sister, I forgot to tell you today. I talked to Aunt Shangy and Aunt Tine yesterday. We have two living aunts, and I talked to them. They were together, and one of them had a health incident when she was having difficulty remembering things, and she knew who I was yesterday when I call. But what my grandmother used to say, my grandma Della, when she was wanted us to hurry up and do something, she would say, "Make haste, child, make haste." I don't know how I just thought of that. And my other grandmother, her favorite word was hush. You called dibs on the autograph. Oh, yours is going to be autographed. It didn't go out yet. It's right here, sweetie. It's right here. Psalm 146. I know you're often in the bushes taking care of the kids. I'm going to sign it right on the back of here, an actual autograph tonight. Tonight. But that's not included in the birthday giveaway. That was something you already had coming. Psalm says, "Good God's glorious gift, evening, Auntie Ellen, everyone from the proverbial bushes." Your son, Mike and Sam, the kids are fighting over their Auntie Queen Nana. That's you guys make me feel good. Then I will be giving out anywhere from 4 to 6 handmade gifts. That being said, let me get going on sewing these 6-inch blocks. I'm just double checking. Okay, they're 6 inches because this is a 6.5-inch ruler. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, I wanted to show you one thing. For those of you dealing with denim a lot, it gets stuck under the presser foot. I want to show you this $1.25 stiletto. It's actually a pointer or a creaser from my favorite Dollar Tree. And I bought this some time ago, but you can use it for either. I found it over there in some of my stuff. And of course, I knocked it on the floor, but I wanted to show you. I actually have this tiny Phillips head screwdriver that holds it's stronger, and I like feeding denim through. So let's see how many we can get done. Yes, William, your sister said the SO word. I'm using a straight stitch, 3.5 inch, 3.5 millimeter stitch length, and 0 stitch width. Let's get going. Yep, it tried to choke there. Sometimes I have to make it a little longer. I don't know why this machine. likes to stick on the first stitch. There's a thing up here that you can tighten or loosen. I monkeyed around with it one time, and it doesn't like the way I have it set now. You don't have to backstitch on these. Should I? No, because I'm going to do another reinforcement stitch. I am only sewing 2x2s of these. Maybe I'll just backstitch a little bit. I want this bag to be strong, strong, strong. Yes, ma'am, unbiased. Nana knows how to sew fast. She does. It's just that quilting with the quilting police, I go slow sometimes. When I'm in the I don't care club, oh, we're hauling. We are hauling boogie. Gina, thanks for coming in. It was nice talking to you earlier. You guys, I was checking on one of the content creators that I hadn't seen for a while. Let's check on each other. Some people don't have food. Some people use their food money to pay rent. Let's check on the people we haven't seen for a while. And this gentleman actually dropped in live, surprised me, from the UK. They are 6 hours ahead of us on the East Coast. And it was Rambo Hans. And I hadn't seen him for a while. I was just checking on him. And Gina said she had gotten the same vibe not too long ago. And she checked on him. He's okay, just working. There are a couple of our content creators who are working full time now. Some are able to still do content creation, some are not, or just not willing. You can only spread yourself so thin. Hi, Hershey. He has a bed over here on the side of my sewing machine. He has a bed in my bedroom. He has a big bed. I have a really big bathroom. It's like a small room. And he goes in there sometimes. My mother said my apartment's too small for Hershey to have 3 beds. He actually has 4 because the one in the bathroom has another carrying case on top. Actually, 1, 2, 3. He has 5 because I have one I like to take on the train, another one I like to take on the planes with him because he's 12 years old and blind, and I have to take him wherever I go. I have to pay for the extra foot space for both of us. But why should I have to pay $300 round trip for him when it's space that I already paid for my own feet? Airlines are ripping people off now, I tell you. Okay, let me get down to the bottom if I didn't make sure I didn't meet anybody. You've been wondering about Rambo. Yes, I understand that he's fine and he's just working. Just working. I wonder how his garden is doing because he's in the same grow zone, but in the UK, and he has stuff out there year round. I wonder how his stuff is. Maybe this one is better under there because it gets closer. It does get closer. This denim bag, I'm going to, you know how you get jeans? Some of them are trimmed like with gold thread. Some are trimmed with orange thread. And I'm also switching around the grain on the jeans. When I say the grain line, it's like this is going up and down, or it can go sideways. I want it to be mixed up. I think the first ones I put going the same way. I'm going to make sure I intentionally mix some up. This is going very slowly. I don't know why. I'm going to pick it up and stop it and start it again. That's what I'm going to do. There we go. There I go, there I go, there I go. Pretty baby, you are the sun. It snaps my. Maybe if I slow faster, it's choking on its food over here. The food being Jesus. Sammy Joe, also, you saw the other day, and it made you smile. Uh oh. Somebody, somebody check on me. I touched something. I hope I didn't zap somebody. You came looking when you all go MIA. Yes, yes. Gina and I have checked, and one of my dear friends who was here in Connecticut, right here in Connecticut, she used to send her, she didn't drive, she used to send her aunt by here sometimes to pick something up, or she'd won something, and she was deceased and she was young. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to cry, you guys, because the rabbi told me it was a blessing. I have to tell you something. I was crying, I was boo-hooing going down in the elevator yesterday. You know, I know a lot of my neighbors. Some of the way I learned how to say dobre utra, one of my Russian neighbors moved in, and she had dementia, and she had a 24-hour caretaker, the different shifts, but sometimes if they went in the bathroom, she would open her door and escape and come down here and knock on my door, and she would be trembling. She would be trembling. She would be looking for somebody named Stella. If she was out on her balcony sometimes by her side, she'd be crying and calling, Stella, Stella. I would open my door and hold her and just rock her, just hold her. I have goosebumps telling you. And when I needed to talk to her about something, there's a way that you can get a Russian interpreter, and I would go down and check on her as a building ambassador and take care to see if she was okay. Last time I saw her was about a month ago. I went down to her apartment and sat at her kitchen table. She likes plants and everything. Yesterday morning, sorry. Yesterday morning, I was going out of my door, and at the same time, the door opened at the end of a rather long hallway, and I could see a rabbi coming out with his yarmulke on, and I could see a stretcher with two men, but it was a dark colored bag, and it was zipped up close. It was a body bag, and I knew it was her. She was an elderly lady. I knew it was her, and I asked the guy in the front. I said, "Is that Rima?" And he just kind of looked at me, didn't answer. When I started crying, the rabbi told me that it was a blessing. That it was a blessing. I'm sorry, you guys. But when you know people and you check on them, it does something to you when they're gone. And just to suddenly just come out of your door one day and just see a stretcher with her zipped up in a body bag. So I say that, you guys check on each other. Check on them. You don't have to like them. You don't have to care. Just be somebody that cares. If you don't see somebody, you might be the one to call an ambulance on somebody. Yeah, my new caregiver was telling me, my aide was telling me that the reason she was available, she's been working for this agency that I employ for 17 years, because she went to work one day and the lady that she cared for, that she helped, was in the bed, and she was like catatonic. She was just stiffed. She couldn't talk or do anything. She couldn't say whether she wanted the ambulance called or what. So the caregiver called 911, and they came to pick up the lady, but she doesn't hasn't heard anything. They won't give you information about somebody if you're not on their list to find out about. So that's all I'll say. Just check out folks. Y'all know I come looking. Yes, you do. That was a tough loss. Yes, our friend in Bridgeport. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. Sending you a big hug. Yes, that's why the rabbi said it was a blessing, and he knew that it was sincere. Then, okay, I'm finished sniveling, Dad. I'm finished. I'm finished. I'm toughing up and letting her receive her blessing. When the elevator door opened, one of the maintenance men and the property manager here were standing there. They saw me sniffling and boohooing, and they said, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" "I'm okay." And I said, "There's been a death in the building." And I guess they already knew it, and they were being professional, and they said the apartment number that she was in. And the maintenance man looked at me. He said, "I almost died. I knew he had been in the hospital a couple of weeks ago, and I had been praying for him." And he said, "Would you cry if I died?" I said, "Of course I would, you silly rabbit." And I popped him. Yes. Tasharia, I saw you. I like you when you have your natural hair out. It looks cute. Saw your food haul. I see all the stuff, you guys. I just can't type when you're on the TV with no glasses. It's ugly, y'all. It's ugly. It's ugly. So I'm gonna do these twosies and then some foursies because we need to see what a denim tote looks like. I've been looking forward to doing this. This one will have extra stitching and extra things. I had this I was going to put on it, but this is too big. And I was going to do it so nobody would want to buy it and I could keep it for myself. But then I have these beautiful small ones. I have the big denim ones that Unbiased made for me. They're embroidered, but I'm saving them for my denim quilts. I'm saving those because I need to get my own embroidery machine out, right, Unbiased, and do some stuff. But who has time? I only have two hands. Then I have this little one. It just says original by Penny Pankey. So I will sew one of these on these. So why does this block look bigger than the other one? Oh, because I don't have them lined up. No, I'm not pinning these. These are cut so perfectly, they fit so perfectly that it is not no necesario. Backspace at the hole. Here we go. You get back up there. I could keep an extra bobbin up on top. What I like about this clear bobbin on the bottom is that they come on the sewing machine. You can see where your bobbin is. I'm making sure I don't have two that are alike together. But it's wonky. It always bends. If you put it down somewhere, you please know that you cannot find it. You cannot find it. Saturday, I will be going live after I go to the farm. Yankee sister, let me know if you want me to pick up a head of collards for you. How many heads? I'm getting a couple cases. They come six in a bag in a case, and they're picked that morning. They're still wet, fresh when I get there. And one of the neighbors wants me to pick up 4 for her. She already gave me her money to pick up. And Saturday, what I will be doing live, I will be prepping them. So I will have them for the family for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm not sure what I will be doing for Thanksgiving. I will not be going live because wherever my mother is, I will be going to visit her there. And I'll see about the rest of the family. And I will be cooking and dropping off at least one turkey at least one turkey. I will cook a couple so that I'll have one to parcel up and make plates for my neighbors. And I'll have one whole turkey to drop off at mom's house. Whether she's there or not, the rest of the family will be there. How many of you have time for making, creating gifts? I know Yankee's sister, I can answer for her because she makes a lot of food gifts. You know who gets some of them is me. I have her squash. Oh, what kind of squash is it? I forgot again. The Georgia honey roaster squash. I just remembered. Can't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. But wait until you get 77. I hope to see when you guys are 77 if you try to run the whole show over here by yourself. I will see that. Bougie. Oh, Bougie, did you see the cornbread sticks I made a couple of weeks ago? That is one of those old pieces of cast iron. You guys, cast iron utensils now are good, but they're not like the old ones. Someone on YouTube was saying they dropped an iron skillet and the handle broke off. Well, I cooked the cornbread sticks in one of those old, really heavy ones, stick pans, and I didn't even preheat it because I wanted to grease it. It was my first time using it, and I wanted to grease it while it was cold and make sure that the grease got in all the nooks and crannies. Those little cornbread sticks were so crunchy. So crunchy. La 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 la. I cannot sing, but I'm always making joyful noises. Erica Taylor says true. You're making Christmas gifts for friends. Cool. Advice doesn't have time to make gifts, but I will make time for them. Well, time is a gift. Time is a gift, even if it's by phone. Nobody calls anybody anymore. Certain people I call, I have to hear their voice every once in a while. My mother likes to FaceTime. She may not hear or answer the phone, but you call twice, you bypass all the stuff on her phone, and she wants to actually see our faces. Then we have a family chat where you just push FaceTime, and there are 10 people automatically on it. Mommy likes to push buttons. Her great grandson called us last Sunday, which is my grandson, and he missed me while I was there with mom. And he says, "Oh, grandma calls me sometimes." He calls her mama. He says, "She calls me sometimes, but she doesn't say anything. I guess she's just pushing buttons." So she just pushes buttons on her phone. Sometimes she goes live on Facebook. Oh, I like this one, you guys. This little thing I'm using for a stiletto, it can actually go all the way under the foot. It can follow it all the way up to the needle. You don't want to sew over the needle, though. You really don't. So this is 13 pairs that I'm sewing together. So I'm putting 4 across and 4 down. That's 16. 16 is 32. I must have already planned this one out. 32. No, this one will be too small. I will see. I may put a flat bottom in this one. Well, this is a nice dark denim. And these are heavy denim. These don't have any elastic in them. This is a good old-fashioned Midwest kind of jeans type thing. I think that's why I saved this one. But I am going to put a iron-on interfacing on the inside of this. Where did I put you? You don't want to go, do you? I'm going to make you do what I want you to do. I will post in the thumbnail what this bag will eventually look like, you guys, because I made one exactly like it. Here's the block with all the ingredients in it. And I will use one of the big pockets that was cut off from a pair of jeans. I will use that for a pocket on the inside. And I will put a lining. I was sorry I didn't put a lining on my daughter's, but that was the first one like that. And that's when I decided the rest would have one. And I'll sew it together. And I'm going to put a French seam on the side. You know why? I like the French seams because they make the bag stand up when they're empty. You have one of those little pink tools, Unbiased. What do you use yours for? Do you use it for a stiletto, for holding things down, whatever pops in your mind? I like all those baby things you're embroidering. Unbiased LLC. Oh, you guys, how about this? If you are a content creator, hold on just a minute. Put exclamation mark GQUAT in the chat to drop your link. Okay. To drop your link. So that's the last one. So now I'm going to leave that one up there as a leader, and I will start sewing foursies together. Oh, how about this? Uh-oh, I dropped it. For those of you who like gadgets, this is for when you are chain piecing and it has a razor blade. Uh-oh, you can't see it. Now you can see it better. Better. I am and all of those little edges have a razor blade in them, you guys. So be very careful. You see the rotary blade in there? All the edges cut. Yes, I have my name on mine. I have my name on everything. Everything. OCD-ish. I guess I didn't know that was the beginning of my OCD-ishness as a child, sissy. I put my name on everything. Actually, it was because I had younger brothers and sisters, and if they cried for something, I would give it to them. But I wanted to know if it was mine. If it was mine at first or not. Oh, Unbiased, she uses hers for a point turner, mostly. For those of you who don't know, Tasharia is Wellness with Frugal Mama. That's just a name change. Now, this is what they call twosies, two blocks sewn together. And when you sew twosies to twosies, those are foursies. I will just do a row of these so you can see how it's going to lay out. It's really quick. So now I'm pushing you around. Are you going or not? No, you're not going. I'm using a really thick thread, you guys. It's a quilting thread. It's not a general purpose thread. And if you get more than one or two revolutions going down there, it can get thick. I'm just getting you where you could see the needle better. This is just a bunch of random old jeans that were ironed, they were starched and cut. And if you don't like to do the part with the cutting, you can always teach someone else. You can always teach someone else to help you stitch. What I'm doing, sewing them together, just making sure that no two exact color jeans are being sewn together. This might have, I don't know, 6, 8 different color jeans in these. I have a journal cover that's made, actually has a pair of white jeans cut up in there. Oh, you're acting ugly. This is so annoying for me that it's not picking up the first stitch. I'll have to adjust this thing on top, either tighter or looser, to make sure it regulates the feed dogs. But my featherweights, those little tiny antique machines that are as old as me, maybe I'll get one out for my 77th birthday, because my featherweights are 77 years old. I got them because they were made in 1948, just like I was. My mother always tells my sister Joanne about the day she was born. She never tells me. That's probably the day she doesn't want to remember. She's funny. Okay, there's a 4Z. Actually, 2 sets of 4Zs. Then I'm only going to make 4 across. So after this, I will sew 4, 4, 4. And I will iron the seams open. These are mostly the same dark blues. Let me see if I can find a lighter one. I like this one. I like seeing all the different color jeans. For those of you who have been following me for a while, I made my mother a king size, all denim quilt. And I had it machine quilted. Had to pay extra for all the extra needles that he brought. And I used a royal blue wide backing and a titanium gray long arm thread stitching. It was gorgeous. You got squirrel names Tuesdays. That's so funny. That's funny, Mike. And please tell I can't stop walking, but love whatever the rest of his channel. I'm awake in the morning looking at it. I'm not supposed to be watching TV close up, dealing with some eye issues. I was supposed to go to the eye specialist this week. Sissy, I accidentally didn't go to my appointment because I had 2 appointments scheduled, medical appointments scheduled in one day after my helper left. And it was just too much. Just too much. And she seldom comes to the Yale office. She's always at the one that's further away. And I don't like having to go way over there to this town called Stratford. After I waited for her to have a baby, mind you. I haven't seen her for 2 years, but I had a severe scratch on my cornea a couple of years ago, even though I'm blind in that eye, and I almost lost my eye. And she put me on a medication. I had to put drops in my eye 4 times a day. The drops were $27,000 per month, and insurance did not cover that. So she put me in an some type of experimental program at Yale. And through that, I was able to get not a scholarship, a grant to, on my other thread? Nope, not out of thread, to participate. And afterwards, they were glad because she said I was the ideal patient that was created for. Bill, if you're watching, Bill is my brother. Don't forget to send me the leather for the piece that you wanted to commission. You guys, my brother wanted me to make something for him. He never asked me for anything. I have a good brother. All my family, my brothers and sisters, are good to me and good to each other. And he asked me how much I would charge. Silly rabbit. Wouldn't charge you anything. See this, you guys? This little distress thing? I think that before I sew in the bag, I'll do some zigzag sewing across, make it look more distressed like I did on the other bag, and sew it together just to make sure it can't come apart. This denim wouldn't come apart in a tote, a hobo bag, Bouger. I saw your garden too, by the way. You're doing really great. Really, really great. I wish I was closer to you guys. At least for a while during gardening season. That's wild. $27,000. Yes, per month. Per month. And I was on those drops, I think, for 4 months, 4 times a day. There was a time when I was legally blind and I couldn't see how to put drops in my eyes. And I had to put 4 different drops in 4 times a day. My sister Joanne put them in my eyes, my daughter, my granddaughter, my brother, my son, everybody in my family took care of me. And that's why I love them. So that's not why I love them so. I love them so because I love them so. Not because they do anything for me. I need anything from them because they're my family and that's the way we were raised. There's no sense for healthcare to be like that. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Just think I could have lost my eye. They might have had to remove it. It was injured that badly. I mean, I would still be alive, but I've been through some things, y'all. What I actually think what happened to that eye, I think they caused it. Honestly, I had a cataract removal from this eye, and I wore a mask. They did something to this eye, the other eye, I forgot what. But I think either they damaged it when they did something to the other eye, or when I was wearing the mask home. It was during the shutdown when I was there and everybody had to be signed in and vaccinated and all the stuff. I don't know what they caused it, but they fixed it. Thank you, God, for sending them in my life. So here are 2 extra ones. I will leave them and see what happens. Okay. I get my little thingy back over here. put it over here where you can see it. And I will show you all of the foursies before we go. Now you can see it. 1, 2. These little things come in color. I have enough colors going on around here. I could have had purple, but like wood, natural wood, gray, black, those are my neutral colors because I have crazy colors going on all over the place. Now I will put this over here and see how many foursies I have. One. Maybe I could do it like this. 1. Hello, Mother. Ego wamote. Sometimes Mommy doesn't feel like saying the whole thing. She just says, Tay. Tay means you in many languages. Tu means you in Espanol. Here is the right side of this. Look at all these colors of denim, you guys. This is going to be cute. I think, oh no, I don't know. Now, I was thinking 4 across. That's going to be too wide. I'm looking at them on the table. That's 3. Maybe I'll make it 4. Then I can put the French seams. Or maybe I have to cut a few more blocks. Or, hold on, you guys. I want to show you something. Just a moment. It's right here. I'm right here. But what I want to show you are these that I already have cut out. This is a star. I've been meaning to put it on something, but this is already pieced together for a bag. You see where it's stitched down? This was done with a wider seam and it's pressed down. I could use this and get it to go, but what I think I will do, I had this one, but it's too much like the same color. I wouldn't put it on this one. Actually, I think this might have been the piece that was cut out. Definitely will not be going on that one. This one, unless I put it, there's too much work done in the star. I'll put some double-sided heat and bond. Then you can see all sides of the star. I could put my label in the middle of it, the small label. But then I had this one also already cut and pieced. And I will just have to decide, oh, look at this one. Actually, this one is kind of like a log cabin. Look at all these little tiny pieces in there. I guess I will lay it out on my design carpet. That's why I don't wear shoes in here, because all the ones on the wall, I actually have to hold my hand up. I see something over there that's denim, but I don't know if it's finished yet. I think not. Oh no. It's denim, but it's the grandma's hands quilt. Gotta get those finished and quilted. I think that I will call it a day so that I can lay all this beautiful denim out and make up a pattern to make a bag and see which pieces will go in it. I don't know why I put this dark color in here. It's like webbing. Maybe it is Kona cotton. Maybe I was going to put something else in. One never knows. Do one. Okay. Do any of you have any questions? Any questions? Up Designs Customs. Hello and welcome in. I was watching you earlier on your 3D printer. I gave you the thumbs up, but I was resting my eyes so I could go live for tonight. I didn't get a chance to go say hello. Don't forget, LGG Love says blessings to mom, Mother Pankey, Amore. LGG Love, let me know if you're in the area, if you can drive up on Saturday. Lorraine T may be able to swing by, and I'm going by the farm to get the fresh picked collards. I'll do a quick little live stream while I'm there, you guys, so that you can see the greens in the ground before I have them cut them that morning. No, Auntie's not able to go carry all those heavy things of greens. I'm not even able to put 6 whole heads. When they call it a head, they cut the whole stalk down from the bottom. They used to do that in North Carolina also. You could take your machete and go out there and chop your own down. I used to do that and put them in the back of my pickup truck. I had a royal blue pickup truck, Ford F-150. I know Gina wants a Ford F-250. I had nice wheels on it, nice thick tires. I love that thing. I would go fill up the whole back with collards, the back of the truck. Had an 8-foot bed. Come to Connecticut, and people would say, well, go to Stamford, go somewhere you can sell them. I don't want to sell them. All my mother's friends bought them all. Unbiased is saying, have a good day, everyone. What size are my blocks, Erica Taylor? The ones I was just sewing were 6-inch blocks. You can put any that go together. Miss Shirley, OG Gardner, I saw you, sis, harvesting your peppers to bring your plants inside for the winter. I gave you the thumbs up. I'll get by to leave a message. Yes, everybody in the chat's memorizing what size blocks. I don't know why I ended up with 6-inch blocks, because I guess I was mixing them with other things. But you can make any size you want. I normally actually make 6.5-inch blocks so that they finish off as 6 inches. But do what you want to do. And I also had a friend in Utah that cut some and sent them to me. So now it's time to say goodbye to all our lovely friends. Okay, what am I doing? I did something to my phone. And in American Sign Language, this is an I, this is an L, this is a U. This is how you say, I love you. I love you guys. See you Saturday cutting up greens. Maybe I'll have some cooked. No, because it'll be a 5-gallon bucket of them. Thanks for watching. Oh, wait, I forgot to ask you to like, comment, subscribe, and share this out, and to do my outro. Okay, it's not going.